Once upon a time, in a world where footballs ruled the fields and fans cheered with thunderous joy, there lived a group of football clubs. But amidst the cheers and the chants, a question lingered in the air like a mischievous breeze.
Who among these great football clubs is the greatest of them all?
Is it the Germans, who win this competition with their club Bayern Munich? Or will AC Milan take the lead with their enviable collection of European trophies? Wait! Don't forget to take the Spanish football clubs into account in this competition.
Hola.
Who do you think will win? Let us know in the comment. Well, let's take a trip down memory lane, where the grass is green, the goals are grand, and the action never stops, to uncover the answer.
Are you ready?
Grab your snacks and your favorite sweater, because it's time to kick off. This is the quest to discover the best football club in the world. Hi. Welcome in the year of 1955. This is where the story of the Champions League starts. Back in 1955, it started as the Coupe des Clubs Champions Européens, which is French for European Champion Clubs Cup, also known as the European Cup. At first, the European Cup was a straight knockout tournament and only the champions from each country got to play in it. Whoever won became the best club in Europe. Then, in 1992, they changed the name to UEFA Champions League. They also made it more exciting by adding a group stage before the knockout rounds. And since 1997, some countries could send more than one team to play. So all the best teams from all over Europe compete to be the champion. But let's not get distracted. We're here to find out which club is actually the greatest of them all. Let's take a look at the impressive list of triumphs and compare. Overall, 23 clubs have won the competition, with 13 clubs winning more than once. Teams from Spain have won the most times, 19 in total. Followed by the teams from England with 15 wins, and teams from Italy with 12 wins. But let's be honest.
Oh no.
Becoming the greatest football club isn't just about winning the Champions League. It also matters which team your dad supports. But there's more to it. We also look at other stuff, like having famous players and making iconic moments in football history. So, let's figure out which club has everything we're looking for. Some football clubs have won the European Cup many times in a row. This is called a glorious period, because it shows how dominant and successful those clubs were during that time. Between 1956 and 1960, Real Madrid won the European Cup 5 times in a row. This was an incredible achievement. Some of the star players during this time were Stefano, Puskas, and Gento. They were like superstars even before the term Galacticos became popular. After Real Madrid's winning streak,
Adios, amigo.
Benfica, a club from Portugal, had their own success. They won the European Cup 2 times in a row in 1961 and 1962. One of their best players during this time was Eusebio, who was a superstar on the field. In the rest of the 60s, different European clubs won the European Cup, but in the early 70s, Dutch football became dominant with a style called total football. Feyenoord won in 1970, then Ajax took over. Ajax won the European Cup 3 times in a row, which was a big deal. They had amazing players like Johan Cruyff, Johan Neeskens, and Barry Hulshoff leading the team.
Halftime!
Do you enjoy the show so far? Be a good Wiki Waka supporter and show us some love by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Thanks a bunch. Alright, back to business, second half.
That was the quickest halftime ever.
In the mid-70s, the European Cup was in German hands.
The Germans?
With world-class players like Gerd Müller, goalkeeper Sepp Maier and Franz Beckenbauer, also known as Der Kaiser, Bayern Munich won the cup 3 times in a row in 1974, 1975 and 1976. After the German success, there was a period of English dominance for many years. Liverpool came out on top 4 times, Nottingham Forest scored 2 victories and Aston Villa clinched the prize once. These were big moments in English football history. Some famous people during this time were Kenny Dalglish for Liverpool, Brian Clough as the manager for Nottingham, and Peter White for Aston Villa.
No! Sorry, Getasaurus! No, Arsenal!
In the late 80s, AC Milan from Italy, owned by Berlusconi and coached by Sacchi, reported for duty and emerged as a dominant force. With great players like Gullit, Bercy, and Van Basten, they won the European Cup many times. But do you know who is the real football maestro here? Carlo Ancelotti. He wasn't just good at playing, he also rocked as a coach. Playing for AC Milan, he won the Champions League in 1989 and 1990. Then, as a coach, he led AC Milan to victory again in 2003 and 2007. Back in the early 90s, the success of AC Milan was sometimes interrupted by clubs like Olympique Marseille, Barcelona, Ajax, and Dortmund, but AC Milan was still the most successful. Around the turn of the millennium, Real Madrid won the European Cup a few times again, with players like Casillas, Raúl, Seedorf, and Zidane. Let's take a deep dive into the victories of Zinedine Zidane for the club. First up, he won the Champions League with Real Madrid in 2002 when he was a player. But the fun doesn't stop there. As a coach, he took Real Madrid to victory not once, not twice, but 3 times. Yep, in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Zizou has basically got a magic touch when it comes to winning. Back in the day when Zidane played for Real Madrid, he played with stars like Ronaldo and David Beckham. It was called the Galacticos era, because all the football stars were playing for Real Madrid. You'd think they were unbeatable, right? Well, not quite. The Galacticos actually didn't win many trophies. But let's get back to the subject. The Tiki Taka style of Barcelona emerges. They had amazing players like Messi, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, and Xavi, and great coaches like Rigid and Pep Guardiola. With this team, Barcelona won the Champions League many times, in 2006, 2009, 2011, and 2015. And then, we have an old familiar face. Real Madrid again. They kept winning the cup over and over. In the past few years, they won it 5 times.
Even 6 times!
They had great players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Sergio Ramos, and Benzema. After all the excitement and comparisons, we've come to our verdict. The greatest football club is
Real Madrid!
With their record-breaking wins, legendary players, and unforgettable moments, they have proven time and time again that they are the champions of the champions. At least, that is our humble opinion.
Maybe your dad thinks otherwise.
Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more awesome content. And hey, if you want to share which football club your dad supports, and let's face it, probably you too, drop a comment down below. Who knows, you might just inspire us for our next video topic.
So, what are you waiting for? Start typing and let's keep the football conversation going.